Okay, time for a new video. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. This is yet another Eurovision 2025 related video here on my channel, and another reaction type video as well, because right now I'm about to listen in full for the first time to the Dutch entry for the 2025 edition of the Eurovision Song Contest, which, as we all know, will take place this May in Basel, Switzerland. As always, you're welcome to let me know your thoughts on anything I discuss in today's video by leaving a comment down below, and as always, there are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish. So we've known about the Netherlands' representative for Eurovision 2025 since last December. He was internally chosen by the Dutch broadcaster and the whole team that they have over there. It is 21-year-old Claude, born in September 2003. He was born in the Democratic Republic of Congo. It says here in front of me, in 2019 he took part on the 8th season of his country's version of The Voice Kids. His debut single in 2022 reached #1 in his homeland, and his first album, Parlez Français, released last November, charted at #6 in the Netherlands. It says as well, his mother fled to the Netherlands with him and his siblings when he was 9, first living in an asylum centre in Alkmaar. The family later moved to Enkhuizen, and he would go on to study hotel management, but discontinued the studies. He speaks Dutch, French and English, and look at him now, several months away from performing on that big Eurovision stage. The song is called C'est La Vie. The official music video is on the official Eurovision Song Contest YouTube channel. You've probably seen this by now, and at the time of this recording you're watching now, it has had just under 38,000 views. The Netherlands is one of my favourite countries at Eurovision. It is very rare that I am not so keen on a Dutch Eurovision track. If we take a look specifically at the past decade, in 2015 in Vienna, the Netherlands were represented by Trantje Oosterhuis with Walk Along. She failed to qualify. There wasn't really much to the staging, pretty much all one camera shot, fairly catchy, but was quite repetitive as well. The juries liked it, the public not so much. It was an NQ. In 2016 we had the rather charismatic Douwe Bob with Slow Down. He finished 11th. Again, the juries didn't mind it at all, the public not quite so much. He was there on the stage in Stockholm pretending to play the acoustic guitar, and there was that rather awkward pause in the final third, which was only there to really drag out the song to about 3 minutes in length. Really nice. But we move on to 2017, Oh Jean, Lights and Shadows. Of course, they were at Junior Eurovision many years ago. Da da da, ba da 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 da, ba da da. Da, da, da. That's good stuff. Anyway, Lights and Shadows, really heartfelt ballad, very emotionally charged, I would say, very personal to them as musicians. Again, the juries quite liked it, the public not so much, but still they finished 11th with 150 points in that Kyiv staged contest. In 2018 we had Waylon. There he was in 2014 with The Common Linnets, absolutely fantastic, my favourite Eurovision song to date, Calm After the Storm. Now he was going solo with a bit of a rocky number, Outlaw In'em. He finished 18th in the final in Lisbon. There was crunking on stage, you might remember that. Not sure that worked terribly well, not sure it was totally necessary. It's my second favourite of that Lisbon competition, but I haven't listened to it much over the years, I've got to be honest with you. Anyway, in 2019 we had Duncan Lawrence, of course, with Arcade. He was not the jury favourite, he was not the public favourite, but he won anyway. Then we had 2 entries back-to-back by Jean-Guy McCroy. Grow in 2020 never got to be heard on that Eurovision stage because of the pandemic, but this is an absolute gem of a song. Loved it from the moment I first heard it. Very underrated if you ask me. And then he came back with Birth of a New Age, which was arguably even more personal and was very different from anything else in that year's competition. Sadly, the juries weren't really on board with it. The public weren't really on board with it. I have to say it's probably my least favourite Dutch entry of the past decade. He finished 23rd. Not a bad live performance though. In 2022 we had the gorgeous and wonderful Steen with De Diepte. This finished 11th. Loved the song from the first time I heard it. Loved the music video. Loved the live performances. This was great. What a tremendous track. Should have finished in the top 10 if you ask me. In 2023 we had Mia and Dion with Burning Daylight. This failed to qualify. Not really a surprise. Nobody was really hyping this one up too much. They changed a few little bits and pieces about the song as well for the Liverpool staged competition 2 years ago, but my word, I really like this track. Duncan Lawrence co-wrote it. The lyrics really resonate with me to some extent. Absolutely fabulous. And then last year, of course, we had the absolute controversy and shite show with everything to do with Joost Klein and Europapa, the disqualification right before the grand final. I've spoken about this before. I think it was a very hasty decision by the EBU, who wanted to get the issue addressed very quickly because the final was really coming up on the rails. Anyway, the song was a huge fan favourite, was massive in his homeland, and would have done well had it competed in the final. Of that there is no doubt. But anyway, that's old news. We have to move forwards. And are the Netherlands bouncing back with a vengeance after last year's utter chaos behind the scenes with C'est La Vie by Claude? What I'm watching won't be in the bottom corner of the video you're watching, but that's the way it usually is. And like I said earlier, you might well have seen this by now. I am hoping this is quality. The Netherlands will be competing in the second half of semi-final 1 in Basel this May. And will this be a qualifier? I'm very much hoping so. Here we go. Quality. Deliver the goods, Claude. Here we go. Let me know what you think. I should say, very briefly before I press play, this song was seemingly leaked yesterday. I don't know who did it. I don't really care who did it, but that was very disappointing to see, and it was very disappointing to see so many Eurovision fans share the audio of this on social media before the official release as well. Anyway, it's now officially out. Let's give it a listen. Is that a young Claude sitting there? Little bit of piano, yeah. Bit of French, eh? Okay, 48 seconds in, this is very beautiful. It's reminding me of two things. Number one, France's entry last year. Number two, if you've seen the music video to Papa Ute by Stromae, where you've sort of got the father and son sort of mirroring their moves, it's reminding me ever so slightly of that, but this is definitely a far more tender and less upbeat track so far. Oh, hello. It is up-tempo. Dancers. He's got a very nice voice, which is quite powerful. I'm not sure I'm really loving the blend of English and French. I feel like it should perhaps be all in one language. But that's a really minor thing to pick up on. Otherwise, I'm enjoying this. I'm liking the instrumentation very much. It's not too overpowering. He's got some moves. Yeah, this is good. Oh yeah, this could be a jury favourite if it makes the final. And I would say that's looking pretty likely. This is a cut above some of the other tracks we have this year, in all honesty. Hands all over his face. Yeah. It is a sort of dance, pop, soul sound, all mixed together. Like I said a moment ago, it doesn't feel too overpowering. It still feels very tender somehow. I'm really liking this. I do wonder whether the chorus is quite strong enough, though, to make a really big impact on the Eurovision stage, especially in a 100% public vote semi-final. if the juries were involved, it wouldn't be so much of a problem. And then it sort of goes quieter again. Really liking the piano. Da, 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 da. That's really nice. Oh. Oh, and then it ends on a rather soft note. I was expecting there to be another chorus, but no. We've run out of time. And the TV is no longer working. Well, I'll listen to that a few more times, but that to me, that is a piece of quality. That is a very, very fine, accomplished and professional piece of music that I've just listened to. I knew it would be. I knew the Netherlands wouldn't let me down. None of this messy national final stuff. Here's a very, very capable vocalist with a very fine, personal piece of music. I think that should be making the final. It should be making the final quite comfortably. Let me just take a look at semi-final 1. Let me take a look at what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, semi-final 1 on paper, it's looking pretty tough. But this is... Oh yeah, absolutely, it's one of the strongest songs here. I absolutely think so. Da, 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 da. Yeah. The segments of the song, this is what I'm trying to say, the segments of the song where the piano is very evident, that is really very nice indeed. I'm loving the melody there. Yeah, I wonder how they're going to stage this. I do wonder about that chorus. It's lovely, but is it really going to stand out enough from the field? Are viewers going to be more drawn towards, I don't know, the chorus in Norway's track, or what Belgium are bringing to the table? Are they going to be vibing with Vibe from Iceland and the chorus in that song a little bit more? I don't really know. I'm just thinking out loud here. But this is solid. This is solid stuff. It's a very, very different entry from what we had last year. It feels mature. It feels personal. And it's mixing, like I said a moment ago, pop, soul, dance, ever so slightly. It's all melded together into what I would say is a fairly cohesive whole. Let me now take a look at some of the comments. Any bets people are saying this is boring? 12 points. The song, the dancing, perfect. Love it so much. Welcome back the Netherlands. Love it. The world is yours, Claude. Beautiful, haunting voice. C'est La Vie for the win. The revenge of the Netherlands. This song is fire. I love the flickering lights in the beginning. The song is so beautiful and joyful. Maybe I'm missing the message of the song ever so slightly, but clearly it is very personal to Claude indeed. Finally, some quality. Yes. How can you not vibe on this song? That music video was so touching. It's different, emotional, yet uplifting. Loved the French touches as well. Ending was so smooth and emotional. Well, I wonder where people will rank this, because it should be... I don't know. I would say a lot of people should probably be ranking this either just inside or just outside the top 10. But if people are ranking this very, very high up, who knows, that could be a little sign that the Netherlands could be onto something very special this year. Should this make the final, I think the juries will really appreciate it. Anyway, that's it. Another fairly messy video from me, it has to be said. But that was my reaction to C'est La Vie by Claude, the Dutch entry for Eurovision 2025. Very, very nice indeed. Let me know what you think, and I'll be back with another Eurovision 2025 related video fairly soon. Until then, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye for now.